What's your pleasure? This is the question that a strange antique dealer asks Frank in the beginning of Hellraiser. This is also the question that the internet asks you every time you log on. Frank is purchasing a puzzle box known as the Lament configuration. If you've seen the movie, you know that by solving this puzzle box, you enter into a world of demons. Demons come out and torture you because you became obsessed with solving the box, and in doing so, became increasingly sadistic, increasingly masochistic, to the point where nothing was enough to please you in the material world. This is exactly the function of things like predatory user interfaces. If you don't know what I mean, you will, maybe even during the course of this video, if you get a little message or a notification, a little ding that lights up, or just a little flash of words, that is a means of addicting you. That is a little morphine drip or a little cocaine drip that is meant to attract your attention, meant to keep you fixated, keep you using any given platform. If you look at Facebook, almost everything on the site is blue or white. There's one exception, and that is notifications or messages, which are bright red. They are the one exception, because they are the thing that excites you the most. And this is true of nearly every other social media website. And of course, games have their own versions of this. These are all tools to keep you addicted, to keep you fixated, to keep you obsessed, just like the Lament configuration is made to obsess people. But there's another really important point, which is that the Lament configuration is just one kind of puzzle. It's indicated in later films and comics that everybody has their own personal puzzle, their own personal game. And if you solve it, if you become obsessed, you will get dragged down to hell as well. This is the case of algorithms. This is what algorithms do. They find the puzzle that is made for you based on what you do initially, based on the things you look at, the videos you watch, how long you watch them, what you like, what you save. These all form a box of mirrors. And of course, it is a box of mirrors that originally inspired Clive Barker to create the Hellraiser puzzle box. That was called the Devil's Toy Box, which is a set of mirrors all facing each other, endlessly reflecting. This is thought to attract demons and various spiritual entities, seeing that it's well known that mirrors can trap souls, trap spirits. There's a constant horror of looking at the mirror and seeing your double do something else. There's also countless stories like Bloody Mary, or even Black Mirror scrying that John Dee did and that I've talked about often, that phone screens and computer screens function as black mirrors. So in this way, the Devil's Toy Box, the box of mirrors, this is the inside of the computer, the inside of the screen. You're looking at one edge and you are getting boxed in. You are being boxed in by the algorithms until everything you look at is a mirror made to reflect your own biases, your own desires, your own vision of the world. This also relates to another great horror comic by Junji Ito, which is The Enigma of Amigara Fault. It's very famous for the line like, "This hole was made for me. This is my hole." So it's basically a a rock face that has human-shaped holes. And many people go and see because they're entranced by this enigma, and they see a hole that looks just like it was made for them. This is exactly the issue. This is that game that was made for you. This is your own personal puzzle. And it is made for you. It's perfectly tailored to fit your desires and to keep you desiring. The problem, of course, is that the people, they walk into the hole and they can't get out. They have to keep going ahead. And what comes out the other end is unspeakably horrific. This is what is occurring in mass on the internet. People enter into a hole that is shaped like them, and these algorithmic formulas continuously drive them ahead, making them more and more isolated and more perverse, with the illusion that they are interacting with reality, or that they are interacting with the whole of the internet. And yes, even you watching this, I'd imagine it was an algorithm that brought you here as well. Every popular ideology on the internet, every popular philosophy on the internet is a product of this horrific obsession. We are all inhabitants in a strange labyrinth, and the prisoners speak in memes.